Hey everybody, I'm Alex from GardenWorks, and bulb season is upon us now. It is one of my favorite times of the year because we get to start getting ready for the promise of a beautiful spring. And I'm going to take you through one of my favorite projects, a 4-season planter. I have a small space and I need to maximize the amount of beauty that I'm getting out of it. And so what we're going to do today is going through planting a 3-layer bulb planter with a beautiful layer of fall color on the surface. So first thing that we need to decide on is going to be which bulbs we are planting. What I've done is I've picked a early season bulb, a mid-season bulb, and a late season bulb. And we're going to be planting them from bottom to top. The late season on the bottom and the early season on the top. So the 3 that I picked out, our late season is going to be this graceful beauty allium. The alliums are a later bloomer and they're an excellent one for our native pollinators. They're going to turn into bigger plants, so they're going to be planted right on the bottom of our planter. Second one I've chosen are these excellent Ice King daffodils. They're the mid-season, so that means they're our middle layer. I've got a layer of the snowdrops. I've picked out these beautiful double snowdrops that have these lovely double petals on them. The galantophiles go absolutely crazy for them, and they're going to be the first thing that emerges in the spring, giving us some fantastic color, but not a lot else is in view. So that's the plan. Let's get started. But to get started, we're going to need a couple of things. Firstly, I've chosen a wide mouth, shallow planter. The idea here is that I want to have a lot of surface area, so we've got a lot of room for those bulbs to come up and make a real impact in the spring when they're in. Second thing that we're going to need is a well-draining potting soil. I picked our GardenWorks planter box mix, as this one provides an excellent balance of proper drainage, as well as plenty of nutrients be able to support those bulbs as they're growing next spring. And then the last part is going to be a little bit of bone meal. So this is going to act as a nutrient source for our bulbs, help to establish strong, healthy root systems in the early season. Now our layers are going to be important. So what I've done is I've added soil to over about 6 inches away from the lip of the pot. That's going to give us plenty of room to do those upper layers on top of our alliums, which are going to be the first ones that we plant today. I'm going to take these guys, I'm going to plant them with their pointy side facing up, and I'm going to plant them about 2 to 3 inches apart from one another. We want to give them adequate space to grow and establish, but we don't want them so far apart that they're going to look spread out and thin. A nice full planting is always the best way to get impact next spring. Now that we've got our alliums planted up, I'm going to add another layer of soil in here to separate our late season, which are our alliums, and our mid-season, which is going to be our daffodils. So once that soil's in there, already amended with our little bit of our bone meal, I'm going to take our daffodil bulbs and I'm going to do the exact same thing. I'm going to place them about 2 to 3 inches apart from one another, and then get those settled in, pointy side up, and there is our middle layer of the bulbs. And lastly, we rinse and repeat. We do the same step where we cover up these bulbs, adding in our amended soil, even that out so we make sure that all of the daffodils are covered up. And we'll get to our final layer of the planter, which are going to be our early season blooms, which are our snowdrops in this case. So rinse and repeat. Place those 2 to 3 inches apart from one another, get those covered up, and we are all set to go. Alrighty, so now that we've done planting up our bulbs, we're now going to put on the finishing touches. We're going to do up a beautiful fall planter, which is going to incorporate all sorts of different beautiful textures and colors so that we extend our season of beauty. For this guy here, I've played with the classic thriller, filler, spiller methodology, where we have our grasses in the top to act as our thriller, our heucheras and our mums in the middle to act as our filler, and then we've got some lovely non-invasive ivy as well as some sedum that is going to act as our spiller. So now we've got this beautiful planter ready to give us 4 seeds of interest, really maximizing the amount of beauty we've crammed into a small little space. If you're interested in doing something like this on your own, come on down to GardenWorks. We've got all the supplies that you'll need, and we're happy to answer any questions that you may have.